Hi everyone, Tony here. Welcome back to the next build video for the Ornithopter from DUNE 2021 that is. Like I said in the previous video, I'm going to go over the areas to drill your holes, which will be in the build document, but I just want to go do a video to show you guys exactly where and what to do. There's quite a couple of screws to use. I'd recommend, if you want to glue the model together, is screw it together, unscrew it, and then glue it with the screws holding it together. I'm not going to be doing that because I need to transport this model. I'm not home at the moment. So what I'd recommend is first putting your main body together. I've already screwed the bottom half pieces onto this, but you want to put your side and the top on, and then use rubber bands to hold it together. And like I showed before, is assemble the lower section, which is the floating floor and the ramp holder. So as you can see, I'm unscrewing one of the screws over here just to show you guys what I did. So what I actually started doing was I first did the tail. Okay, and so these holes here are larger than the actual screws you'll be receiving, and then you want to tap the FDM printed part. And I put this in, squeeze it together, make sure it was level on the sides. That is after preparing the part on the edges, etc. And then I drilled through, well, I actually drilled through the bottom and then turned it over and drilled from this side. And it actually went through the two holes that I had prepared in the print. And then I tapped this, made this larger, and this actually goes in, and you can hold the model on the tail and without any glue. So this supports the model's weight, which makes me happy. Okay, so once that was done, I turned it over. I inserted these two front leg holders. They go in facing slightly backwards. I drilled through and I made the actual little piece slightly larger, same as I did with this part. And then I tapped. Okay, here's a tap. You'll get this tap with a model, but not the handle. Okay, and then I screw that in, and then this section, which slides in like I explained before, this is the open version, this is the closed version. It's got the bulb area on the front. I think I pushed this in first. Yes, I pushed this in, and when it was level and everything was nicely together, I drilled a hole straight through both of them, but I set the drill bit to the depth that it doesn't actually go through the floating floor. There's no holes in the floating floor, as you can see. Okay, and then I did the same with this one. So that's both. And then I made these slightly larger, and then I took the parts out and I tapped them individually, and then screwed them in. Okay, as for this ramp holder, which goes onto your front of your floating floor, front of your ramp holder, there's two parts to it. As well, drill a hole right through. Okay, and then that screws in there as well, and similar to the one that's in the closed state. Okay, so I drilled two holes. Okay, I'm not too sure. I couldn't actually see on the 3D model where this sits to drill the hole, but I might be wrong. So I'll see when I put it together. I might have to re-drill these holes. But I stopped basically where the angle stops. You see the angle of this little piece stops, and that was the edge. And it was quite tricky because every time I turned over to drill the hole, this kept sliding. So just keep an eye on that. But the other thing you'll find is the hole goes through the area where the floating floor goes into. Okay, as you can see. So this needs to sit flush with the floating floor. So you need to drill into the floating floor halfway, and then make that hole larger than the actual little screw tip, so that actually recesses into it and doesn't push on it. Okay, then I marked off the center of the light turret and drilled a small hole through it because I'm not sure if I'm going to tap this or the other one. And I did the same thing with the turret holder. drill the hole through, right through to the stops on the inside, but it don't drill all the way through the bottom. Drill through the main part. Okay, so I'm thinking this goes on. I should be able to screen with a short screw, which might have, I'll have to look and see, but then I'll have to tap this piece, drill the hole slightly larger, because this is printed resin. Make this one larger than the screw, and it should be able to rotate. Okay, so that's the main body. It's the other one, which I did mention before. You can see on the inside there's a little indentation. I'll show this side. There's a little indentation over here for a screw to go in, and the idea is it goes through the back of the chair, which comes to the inside of the chair over here. Okay, this area, and that's connected to your side. But I found I couldn't get this in through it without the edge coming in contact. So it won't work, it'll go skew. So unless you've got a very long drill bit, I wouldn't recommend it. It was a thought, it could still be done, but like I say, my drill bits are too short. So a longer drill bit might work. I might try it when I actually get home next month, and then I'll possibly do that. Okay, so your next, okay, just to show you guys these over here, plugs easily hold your legs with a little hole, goes in, hold it. Okay, so that's a closed, oops, the wrong way around. It looked funny, this side. Okay, so it goes in. So this model is not going to have, I wouldn't recommend standing it on the legs when it's complete, because of the weight, the wings, etc. is going to add a lot of weight to the model. So that's why you'll be getting a central stand part. Okay, I'm veering a little bit off subject, but you can get this little stand. You'll get two longer stands to be in the flying position, but you'll get one short little one that's made to go into a piece of wood. So that's the level set area, and then this goes over the sits in this groove in the center, and that hopefully is the right area where it'll hold weight off the model. I'm not sure how much weight is on the back, so if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to redesign this and maybe move it back slightly, or put two on. But you don't want to put your legs on and then put the weight on and then your legs break, and then it's like, oh sure, but you need to order new legs for me. That's pain in the arse, because it's not cheap to order small parts. Okay, so because the box size. So the next part is the wings. So as well, what I did over here was I drilled a hole through these parts first. Okay, you can either do either one separately or do a straight through. I went straight through, but make sure that the one that's indented is centralized. Mine are slightly skewed. Okay, and then I did the same thing on these wing parts, wing holders, and you just push it in. You do not need to tap it, so push it, make it slightly larger. You get a little nut that goes on the bottom. Okay, and this basically goes into your rotating part. Okay, you're gonna have to, because these things need to rotate backwards with the folded wing, and it doesn't go all the way back. So you're most likely going to need to sand this edge on this wing holder, so it actually rotates further back. Okay. Okay, so that's that for the screws. What I'm going to do in the next video, I'm going to just show you guys the wings quickly in a short video, how they go together, and then from there I'm going to assemble, paint, and then do another video. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Cheers.